Thanks for having me today. I must say, if you would have been able to come out to Colorado and see us compete, you would have been very proud of these young men for not having any idea of what college athletics is like and just throwing them in the fire with no exhibition games. And for the brand of soccer we would be able to play, you would have said, oh my gosh, it looks like these guys have been doing it a long time. The first game, we played Colorado Christian, a very good RMAC side, much improved from last year from what I understand. And we gave up a very, for lack of a better word, freshman-y goal in the first 3 minutes, while all our kids were in shock and awe and nervous, and I'm not so sure some of them didn't run to the restroom at halftime to check their shorts, but it was good. It was a good learning experience for us. After we gave up the goal, we were the better team for the next 25 minutes, connecting passes, playing good, organized defense, being creative in attack. We had a great chance from one of our center midfielders on a great cross ball to Andrea Scow, one of our freshmen from Norway. Got on the back end and it hit the outside of the post and just bounced wide. So it was a good, and then we got caught with about 10 minutes left on a little bit of a counter as we're trying to push to get the equalizing goal, which happens in soccer. You know, we didn't want to go in and go down without a fight, and we very much did that. So I think you would be proud of how these young men adapted, overcame, and represented this institution. The second game, we after having an off day in between games, we were able to get our video on tape, sat down and watched a little video. You would have not have recognized these young men. We go out and we're taking the game to Fort Hays State that's sniffing around the top 25. We get a goal in the first 8 minutes from a Rapid City boy that transferred back home to play, a kid named Bennett Medic. A great goal. I don't know if you go on Facebook, if you're a member on Facebook, you can go to Hardrocker Athletics and see the goal, like it, see it. We connected 4 passes, played into a target, and then had a great little creative ball played by Michael McGraw out of Dayton, Ohio, clipped in to Benton, run it in, took it off his chest, put it on the ground, and just kind of tucked it away. And it was a fantastic first goal for school history. You know, as the coach and being through this before, you think your first goal will be something ugly, a melee, some kid just fighting inside the 6-yard box, hitting a goalie, bouncing off. But to score a goal like this, with the way that we were able to do it, was fantastic. And then we gave up a goal. Fort Hays State is a very good attacking team. They got on us after we scored a goal for about 10 minutes and got one back late in the half. On a nice goal by them. They were attacking, connected through passes, slipped a guy in, and one-on-one on our goalkeeper, and the young man did a great job of finishing it for a goal. And then we responded right back before halftime and went up 2-1 with about the 39th minute, I believe, on a great individual kind of effort from Hunter Reese, a freshman out of Sheridan, Wyoming. If you know the Wyoming kids, they're like tough and determined and want to fight, and this goal would exemplify everything that Wyoming's about. He just wasn't going to be denied and had a great effort. And then we gave up a goal right before halftime to go 2-2 at half. And as a coach, you're sitting there going, okay, here's a team sniffing around the top 25. We're competing. At times we have the better of the play. And it's amazing how quick these kids were learning the game. After throwing into the fire the first game, seeing what it's like, and then able to adapt. It was quite exciting for me. Second half, we get in. We're about 10 minutes in. We get a penalty kick on a handball in the box. We had Derek Santo from San Diego, California, stand up, take it, won it with courage and determination, stepped up, hit the inside of the post, and bounced out. So we had a chance to go up 3-2. We had a couple other good chances, and then about 20 minutes later, Fort Hays stopped, got a shot, got a goal to go up 3-2, and then at the end of the game, the last 10 minutes we were all over them and did everything. I think we hit the post, hit the crossbar, and weren't able to get the equalizer. So the next big task for our team is learning how to win. You know, I set some small goals for these kids, and I tried to trick them. I told them the first thing that will be is the hardest thing is to score a goal. The hardest thing in this program since we will score the first goal. The second hardest thing will get the first win. So we asked them, we gave them some small goals. We want to have, for the second game after watching play, hey, we want to have more corner kicks than they do. And what that symbolizes, we're getting good attacking play, we're having chances on goal, we're having a little bit of savvy where we're earning attacking chances, and we want to have less goal kicks than them. That means we're able to keep possession of the ball, we're defending hard, we're not giving away silly chances and doing it. And those kids really bought into it. I think the future is bright. We have a core group of 20 guys right now. 16 of them are freshmen. 4 of them are from the club team here. All of them are new to Division II athletics, and they have a fast learning curve. If you were at practice last night, we had the most intense, fired up, spirited practice that we've had just because they know what the level's about. And they know how hard they have to work to be successful. So I'm excited for this weekend. We played 2 very good teams. We played Jamestown on the 7th. The game has been moved to 5 o'clock. And then we play at the University of Mary on Sunday, I believe at 2 o'clock on the 9th. And then we come back home. I think if we're improving, we'll get the result that we want. I think this weekend has a win in it for us if we can keep doing what we're doing, being diligent and determined at practice, and make sure that we keep on our learning curve. I think the hardest thing is being methodical about how you grow a program. You know, I could have brought in 40 guys and not recruited for 4 years, but that's not how I wanted to do it. I wanted to be methodical. I wanted to make sure I had the right kids with the right effort, the right determination, and set the tone, because that will set the tone for all our recruiting in the future, how hard we work in the weight room, how hard we work at practice. And there's no doubt with these 20 guys, I've got absolutely the right young men to build on for this program to see if we can't maybe do something special. So I'm excited. We play at home. We're lucky we played 2 home games, September 15th and 16th. On the 15th, we play at Sioux Park at 7 p.m. under the lights. We're hoping for a big crowd for the first game ever. I think we've got the support of all the youth soccer people in town with Rushmore Soccer Club and RCYSL showing a big one. I think the international students are planning to get out there and do a tailgate or something. So I think it could be a pretty neat event, and that's what we want our soccer games to be. We want it to be a representation of what Rapid City Soccer is all about, what the South Dakota School of Mines is, and what kind of opportunities we offer student athletes. So as long as we keep showcasing like we are, I think the future is very bright for these young men. A little bit about how we recruited. I used a lot of the Good Old Boy Network. My recruiting class goes from Dayton, Ohio to San Diego, Minneapolis to Katy, Texas, and everywhere in between. I do have 5 guys from Sheridan, Wyoming that played on a very good high school team together that built the program from scratch, so I needed some industrious, hardworking, tough kids, and we're able to find them there. I do have 2 internationals. I have Andre Escal from Norway, who's kind of an interesting story. His grandfather and both his parents went to the South Dakota School of Mines. So just because of the reputation of school, and he's exciting, we're going to try to build on that international connection. And I have a Division I transfer from Australia that was at the University of Central Arkansas that went pre-engineering but wants mining engineering. I called my buddy from there because they were in the Missouri Valley Conference where I came from, and Blake has been a wonderful leader for us off the field. He's not playing this year because of a knee injury, but we'll be excited to get him back and contributing. And then just recently, yesterday, we just got another Division I transfer that will be eligible to play this weekend from Long Island University in Brooklyn, a kid I worked with in Kansas. That will add depth and add an attacking punch to us in the outside and maybe play a little bit outside back. So the future is bright. The interest is growing. I got to give a shout out to Luke Schweitzer, my assistant. He has been the guts and the glue of the program. He is working effortlessly recruiting, really connecting with our guys, and really being a good link between me and them. Because of his efforts and in the recruiting, we had 20 plus prospective student athletes out at our game, and I couldn't ask for a better compliment to myself than Luke Schweitzer. I think he adds so much to our program. He adds so much to our athletic department that I think we've outdone ourselves by finding somebody of his character to join us and work with Brad Bloom in the sports information office. This young man is top notch, and a lot of credit goes to him for the direction this program is going. I know I ramble on some. Any questions?
How many games were you able to come up with this year?
We're playing 13 games. 13 games and 10 away.
18's allowed?
18's allowed in NCAA Division II, so we'll play a full lot next year. It's just hard starting in February and everybody's conference schedule for people to try to fit us in. But we've been lucky to have teams like Fort Hays State that have gone through this, Colorado Christian, some of the closer schools, Montana Billings, University of Mary, that are very open to play us and get us games. So I think it'll be it'll be easier to get 18 games when we have a whole year to schedule and get on top of it. Kind of go.
Are all 3 home games at Sioux Park?
Yes, all 3 games will be at Sioux Park. The next home game is versus Presentation College on October 27th. Better bring your heavy coat, from what I understand, out here a little bit. It might be a little chilly, but hopefully we can have a good result for our last home game. Yes, sir.
What can you tell us about, you said you had 4 players from the club team.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell us about their backgrounds, and then and how much are they contributing to part of your plan?
They're all contributing different ways. We have John Ramsey from Spearfish. He's doing a great job, great athlete. Started both games at right back. And the way he had value is that him and Garrett Frederick started at left midfield. Patrick, I'm going to mess up his last name, Chalupski, is a goalkeeper. Didn't get any minutes this week. And then we had Caleb Dillinger, another guy from Buffalo, Wyoming, that was able to contribute. These guys add value to our team because they know what it's like to be a student here at South Dakota School of Mines. And when I picked, I knew that I wanted to have some of these guys involved because I don't know what the academic experience here is here. And these guys have been fantastic on talking to the kids about what the expectations are about going to class, about what it's like to be a science-based education, and going. So they've been great leaders. They've been kind of an avenue to the students on campus, creating the interest about them because they have those built-in relationships, not letting our guys isolate themselves from the campus community. But John Ramsey, to give you an example, he actually started the goal. If you watch the video, he wins the ball just on the other side of midfield that creates the goal. They're still learning, they're still learning, but they've been a huge impact. Garrett Frederick and Patrick Chalupski and Caleb Dimlinger, they make us better every day. They're busting their tail, trying to be skillful. I'm asking them to probably play differently than they've ever played before, and they've given me their hearts, they've given me their spirit, and they've brought the school spirit to the team. So I think those boys have had a huge impact on this team going forward. Any more? Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.